What's up, you guys? Random Stuff with Donovan and Lindsay. We are back, and this is episode 2. We are here with
Brennan. Hey.
I'm Sean.
And
hey, it's Josh again. What's going on, guys?
we these guys right here from Florissant Band. They are amazing. What's your guys' genre?
Oh man, that's a great question.
Midwest post mountain core.
Yeah.
Kind of some punk
Question
in there.
markish, pop punkish,
little math
emo-ish, Midwest core-ish.
Kind of-
Core-ish.
kind of in that realm.
We play rock and roll music.
Yeah.
We rock.
They rock for sure.
Yeah.
Too kind.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, especially letting me do a feature on one of your guys' songs. Like,
Oh, dude.
I can't
It's always
wait.
a
We gotta
blast.
do it again.
I can't wait to do it
eventually.
again.
Yeah, that's a crown jewel when Donnie comes on the stage.
Yeah, it's just like because it's like you guys are like playing like soft, and it's just like I come in there and wait.
The whole song's got a lot of ups and downs until
Yeah.
it picks up.
Wait for it. And then we'll give you a little jazz break.
Yeah.
I was watching the one from the last Black Sheep show.
Oh, yeah.
And I was gonna post that. I was like, "No, I'm gonna keep this for myself."
That was good. I like that.
That was awesome, yeah.
I kept stepping on your tuning pedals, like, "Oh,
Oh,
don't come
yeah,
out!"
I know. I saw that in the video. You're like, oh,
Yeah. Like as soon as I hit it,
Turn up-
I knew what it was. I was like, "Oh,
yep. That's a bypass switch. I know what's happening here.
that's funny."
Yeah.
Good times. Yep.
So how's you guys' day been?
Good. Pretty chill. I was off work. I played guitar for a few hours. Did some recording stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Showing off.
Trying to stay productive. Got some ideas.
Yeah. I was working from home, but nothing as fun as that. Brennan likes to flex on us. It's all right. It's all right.
Went home, was productive, you know.
Made music, Sean, all
I
day.
made money, Brennan. Touche.
Sean's at home. He's just.
I know what Brennan's doing right now, and I'm pissed.
That's what he sits around thinking just the whole time.
It's so much more fun.
That's
Homie's
funny.
off today. Can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
What-
A few demos in the oven.
Nice.
New stuff.
Which one of you guys who like writes the most? Like who does the structure most of the time?
Lately, the last couple have been most of bass run stuff I've written. But
Okay.
It really comes alive in the room because we'll just take ideas like a skeleton.
Yeah.
And then wherever we take it as a group is usually what we try to push forward.
But yeah, get it all out.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm turning my neck.
I write a lot though. I spend a lot of time writing. There's so many different files on my computer.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Not all of them good, but you know, some of it's good. It just
Yeah,
depends.
I've definitely, whenever I open my recent in my Reaper, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, I
Yeah.
gotta work on all these.
I always name them like something stupid too, and then like months will go by. Like, oh, call that. Oh man, Trout saying no, I wasn't there. Oh, what is this song
There's so many
called?
that's like test
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
test with the lowercase t and the capital E.
You know what? I'm calling this new song 17.
Yeah. I have a lot that's called just smooth or soft. I'm like,
I've got like vibey and riff number 1,500. Way too many of those.
I'm
And
going
then
to
you go
remember
in-
this.
And then you go in there, I was like, that's not the one I thought it was going to be.
I like going back to like files from years ago and to see if it was any good. You put it on, it's like, oh wow, this is great. This
Right,
is,
yeah.
Why did we do this?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
once in a while, there's some gold on there you just kind of forget about. It's
Yeah.
buried for whatever reason.
I definitely
Right.
have some like acoustic ones that I'm just like, why did I stop working on this? Like,
Yeah.
what I'm like, this is actually like good stuff, and I put out the bad stuff.
Right. It's kind of fun to have technology now. Like growing up, like we didn't have this at our disposal. So it's just like now that you have like a repository to go back
Yeah.
to, it's
Yeah.
kind of nice to have like a morgue of all this collection of
Right.
music. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, the modern tools have made it like definitely changed the way you're able to write and process music as you go. I remember being a kid, you just sit in
Yeah.
a room with a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, look at this. This is cool.
I made this. Somebody recorded with your, I don't know what, sidekick.
Those, like Tascam thing.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
What is it? The iPod Nanos that had the camera on it.
Right. We got to a point where we would try to record it, like just put a computer in the middle of the room and they didn't have a good enough noise gate, so the drums would just be like,
Yeah.
like, oh man, I guess that wasn't worth it.
That was not it.
We've come a long way. It's pretty. I mean, even if you just set your phone in the middle of the room, it's
Right, yeah.
pretty impressive what you can record. So
It is. It is definitely usable. You can get some good stuff.
Of course, maybe I'm dating myself. Like back in my day, we used to put a cassette player in the middle of the room. See,
We used to just play the guitar.
That's funny. I still have some recordings from back when we started. I still have words and I think we recorded on Manny's phone, and the file name was Black Man's Recording.
What the hell, dude? The names that you would come up with. But like, that was part of the charm to it too back then. Like all this new stuff is really cool, but like part of the charm was
that's true.
like the tone.
Yeah.
Was having such bad recording. I mean, that's like black metal in its essence, right?
Yes.
It's just
Right.
bad recording. Like,
Right.
put this on GarageBand, run it through a Nintendo 3DS, and then I want this on the master. That's my
It's like
guitar
a filter.
tone. Like, okay, sure. Like, but no, like it is incredible though how far we've come.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I'm not gonna lie, Donovan. I crave the sound from that crate amp. Way back when we first
Oh,
started.
yeah.
The first
Yeah.
like tube amp that I got was a crate.
Yep.
It was a 212, and I can't remember what kind of tubes it had, but like when I first got it,
Yeah.
I craved that tone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will never find that tone again. And
Yeah.
then the tubes started going out, and like I could hear it. I was like, oh no, guys, this is going out.
Yeah.
I called it like
yeah.
3 months
Yeah.
before it happened, and it
Oh,
finally
man,
shit the
yeah.
bed on me.
Yeah.
It wasn't the tubes, it was the power supply or something like that. But it was like a combo tube amp. So like to replace it,
It
I
just
would've-
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Dang.
for sure. Like I won't lie, like that old piece of equipment, I
Right.
crave that tone, and I don't think I'll ever find it again.
I feel
Dude,
like
yeah.
we never had luck with equipment back then because it was
it was so
something with
rough.
power. I still have that one cab that you're using that was mine.
Yeah.
That like the bottom half stopped working already, and then the top half slowly went out. So I'm like, maybe I just got to change the fuses. But I'm like, I'm gonna let you sit there for a bit, and then I'll get you worked on. But it's a pretty cool head because it's. I don't know. I've never seen one like that before where it's literally, it's kind of like it's two different like instruments, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like you
What is
could
it?
play two different things in there.
It's a dual rectifier.
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
I think
is
it's,
it
I think
bass
it's a
dual
line
rectifier?
6.
It's something weird, but yeah, it's like maybe not a dual rectifier. I'm probably talking out my ass, but it's like it is a solid state, so it's electronic, but like it's an amp modeler, and it's got 2 channels where you can do 2 different amps, but then you can also blend the signals.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
I remember the line 6s with the insane mode that
Yeah.
every high school kid
Oh
had.
hell yeah!
Thought it was peak tone, and I got older. I was like, oh man, this is rough.
This is trash.
I had a line 6 pedal that first show I ever played was a cancer benefit. I played in a metalcore band, and the pedal caught on fire.
What?
Mid set, like smoke
No.
and shit, dude. And I was like, oh no, what do I was like 18 years old, never been on stage.
Throws the guitar in.
Dude, petrified.
It's all part of the show.
Chugging along, like, oh no.
What?
It was a lot easier playing shows after that, you know what I mean? It's like, okay,
He's
that's
like,
about
dang,
as bad as it gets.
His sound is getting crunchy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Bringing the fire.
How is he doing this? Like, bringing the fire.
I was like, no, this is a disaster.
That's funny. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not fun.
Dude, the woes that we deal with. I remember in my old band, like way back in the day, we didn't have all of our equipment on a surge protector, and we were practicing in my buddy's garage. So one day, like it's super stormy outside. We're like waiting because it's a detached garage. We go out there to practice, and all of the amps won't turn on anymore.
Oh no.
So all of our gear was completely vapid, and like we had like shows booked, like all this stuff going on. It's like, oh man. So yeah, we all had to get new gear. It was
That sucks.
It was
Oh,
Yeah, that's not good.
I would be so.
It's because it froze.
it got struck by lightning, and I think it just
Surge did or something?
surged, like it had a surge that went through all of the amps and yeah,
Yeah.
fried everything. Yeah. everything that was plugged into that wall that day is no longer with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually shed a tear. That'd be very
It
sad.
was rough, dude. It was really rough.
They got it from the source. Man.
right. So I think I was playing with like a Marshall solid state something or another. I wasn't super attached to it, but yeah. So it wasn't a huge deal, but at the same time, money, we're a bunch of broke 19-year-old kids. So,
not the most ideal.
No, it's not the coolest thing in the world. Yeah.
I just realized that you guys switched mics.
Oh shit! I pulled the switcheroo on you. Sorry about that.
I was looking at the volumes. I was like, what's happening? Right? And then I looked at the number. I was like, oh.
Well, as long as it's not a deal breaker, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Because while you were talking, I was turning up his volume, so he wasn't talking. So
okay.
it's fine. Yeah.
I got you.
So everything's good.
Sweet. Well, good.
So yeah, what's new with what's going on with Florissant, guys? What's been going on? I didn't catch your last show. I know Donovan did.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, our last show. I was when we were recording. That's the show I wanted to go to.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, you went to the one with the snowstorm.
Yeah.
I saw you drive by on the way home.
Yeah.
And I'm like gripping the steering wheel.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That was a treacherous drive back.
That was
night, dude.
crazy.
That was rough.
That was pretty icy.
Yeah.
Right.
I ran out of washer fluid in the middle.
Oh,
That's why you
dude.
guys caught up to me because I pulled over.
So that
Wow.
Lone Tree all the way here was just desolate. I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
this is rough.
And then we played at Oscar Blues Denver, and then we played Oscar Blues Colorado Springs for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
how was it?
It was
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of a little narrow type of room in the corner of the
not the
basement.
same as
Not as open.
Not as open.
as the one in Denver.
Kind of tables everywhere. It's funny because I was telling one of the guys from Silver and Gold, I was just like pointing at the tables. I'm like, this is giving me PTSD because they were like little tables and chairs from elementary school. And I had no idea that I would recognize it.
Right. Yeah.
I look at this and I'm like, somebody's going to send me to the hall, I swear. So,
That's funny.
so yeah. I'm going to the principal's office for sure tonight. I swear.
Oh no.
But yeah, it was a cool little venue. It was a nice little spot. It was,
Silver and Gold and Dryer Line were great. It was fun to play with
Yeah.
them too.
Yeah.
They were both killer.
right, like
Dryer
all
Line.
these lineups have just been killer. And then, so tomorrow, by the time this films, by the time this airs, it'll be in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're playing with Semi-Fiction and
Spitting Image.
Spitting Image.
Spitting image, okay.
And Blanket Slut, and that's going to be a killer lineup.
Hey,
It's our first time at What's Left, so that'll
Oh,
be,
really?
Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
good.
No way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That show, Blanket Slut, they messaged me. They're like, "Hey, you guys want to play a show?" I was like,
Oh yeah.
and we're like, we're kind of just trying to record, because like sometimes with us, like if once we book shows, we kind of focus a little too much on the show,
I
and then
get
It's easy to do that.
It's tough for us.
Yeah.
Because we run the set at least once when we practice.
Right.
And then spend the rest of the time writing.
Yeah.
Whenever, usually you can just dedicate all your time, work on just new material.
Yeah.
We try and flow both of them. As we
Right.
go. Writing's my favorite part. That's the best part of being in a band.
Right.
Is in the room with these guys and making the songs come to life.
Nice.
Is the most exciting part.
Yeah.
That's like usually where I want to go.
Yeah.
Let's write some stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we do. I mean, we took a hiatus for a while, obviously, when Brian left.
Yeah.
And to get on the same page with Michael, our singer. But
Scrambling for a minute there.
scrambling for a minute.
Hey, what
there.
do we do?
Yeah. But we were like for a good 6-7 months just in the writing mode, and and like, there's nothing quite like hitting that creativity and just feeling out those moments and everything like that. And like Brennan said, like a lot of our writing sessions happen in the room. And, that's where the magic is. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like, because I'll write stuff at home that I think is really cool, but if there's something we latch onto organically in the room, almost always ends up being better in the long run because you're all on the same page at that moment.
Yeah.
And I'll just like, nope, that's it. Let's focus on that.
Yeah.
Primarily that. Let's develop that and put everything else in the back burner.
Right.
That's how like I Carried the Ocean took off.
Yeah. Right.
Just like kind of bloomed in the room. It's like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep doing this one.
Right.
That's what I look for. The organic moments that you can kind of expand on.
Yeah.
Are where it's at.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We feel like we've only had a few of those times of being in the room and like things are like cooking and we're like, oh.
Yeah. I will say with more like aggressive genres, like you guys are getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
It gets harder and harder to do with that kind of music.
Yeah.
Because the guitars especially, man, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you have to say like, hey man, I'm doing this. Where are you at? Because I played metal bands too, where it's not the same. Like we can just the Midwest emo stuff, you can kind of just vibe out.
All right, yeah.
Get your wagon on something and go. More aggressive stuff, I have to kind of like sink my teeth into as well.
It's much more like, what's it? Orchestrated.
Yeah. Especially like you've been on a Meshuggah kick, especially if you're getting in that
That's way too hard to improvise on the spot.
Right.
I would love to be able to do that, but
it's so intricate.
Yeah,
for sure.
Speaking of, though, I'm going to be delving into that pretty hard. The newest one that I'm writing is I'm going to try to figure out how to line up 7/8 with the 4/4.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So, I'm already delving into it, but oh my God, it's fun.
I like playing in odd time signatures too. It's a good time. I get yelled at sometimes by our drummer.
For over mathing.
Why do you keep doing this to me?
Stop mathing.
He's like, let's do it.
Dropped out of high school for a reason.
Keep it simple, stupid.
That's funny.
We've got a couple new ones that are kind of like in 5/4 and 4/4 kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're kind of fun to play. A little shreddier stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of neat. It's cool ideas.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is we love to keep the variety going. Like, we do dabble in the heavy stuff, but then we bring it back to like pop punk or like, just kind of Midwest emo kind of flow or clean guitars or slower jam or, just different stuff like that. And I think it's kind of cool to keep like within the realm inside the playground. But hey, sometimes you like to go to the slide.
Right.
Sometimes you like to go to the swings. Sometimes you get sent to the principal's office. That's my life.
That's awesome. Like, I don't want to be like and nothing against. I love aggressive music, but I don't want to be a metal band or a hardcore band.
Right.
But it's fun to like tip your hat at it. You know what I mean? I came up with it. I still listen to music. I still play it at home sometimes and stuff. But we're not like a hardcore band.
Right.
It's fun to be like, oh, we could though.
Yeah.
We could do it.
You've heard us get heavy.
We sing a song about
we
sing a song about pizza and it slams.
How long have you guys been a band?
Fuck, dude, it's been like 2.5.
I think it's been almost 3. I think it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
We started in November of 2021.
Yeah.
And so
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
we're lacking.
We are.
That long when he feels like, oh shit, I guess it has been that long.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, what year is it again?
Right, yeah.
How old am I? Whoa!
I mean, I started Everflare in 2018. So
Okay.
it's like we've been a band for a bit.
Yeah. Well, it's weird that that's 7 years ago now.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean?
Doesn't
2018
feel
was
right
like
saying
yesterday.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean,
This
like, it's
year
kind
does
of.
make it 7.
Yeah. I
Sorry.
mean, like, it's just crazy to
Sorry.
think, like, me and my wife, this month, we've been together for 11 years. It's
Oh,
just like.
congratulations.
Doesn't feel that
Nice.
long.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, my
oh,
daughter is 10, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I look at my son, he's about to be 14, and he's 6 feet tall. I'm like, bro, the time is he's a man now.
Right.
He wants to get in the box, and he was like, I gotta start going to the gym, dude. Like, I'm not getting beat up. I'm not getting beat up in my house. It's not happening.
The day I can get my ass kicked by my son is a dark day.
His son walks up, Dad, I want to get into boxing. Not my house.
Not until I sign up first.
He just goes to the gym.
Yeah, you just got to be his coach, and you just got to hit him around a couple times.
Throw him down the stairs,
Remind
you know.
him.
He still thinks I'm tough, so I've got that going.
Right. Just
my
keep that
advantage.
illusion.
Yeah, at least for a little bit. He'll wake up eventually. I was like, man, you ain't shit. Like,
Oh no! And that reminds me of like there was this. It was some kind of black movie where like the dad was like It was like a football movie or something like that. And the son comes up to him. It was like, I guess, like an abusive dad or something like that.
Yeah.
And the son comes up with a gun. Like, it was like towards the end of the movie, like tension was high. Yeah. And he was like, "You won't pull that trigger, boy." And the son just, I was like, "Oh, no.
Stands on business. Holy shit.
What are you watching?"
You know what that reminds me of is Friday. It's like, you fight with thieves.
Yeah.
You live to fight another day. Like, go on, Pops. Go on, Pops. That's what I live by. It's funny. I told my son Hunter that the other day. I was like, why are you bringing a knife to go sledding? He had like a knife in his pocket. Yeah. I'm like, you fight with these, you live to fight another day.
Damn, all right.
You don't want to fall on that knife.
But he's just like, it was an honest mistake. I didn't realize it was on me. I'm like, all right, kid.
I've done that at like the airport a few times.
I did too. Like in second grade, speaking of getting suspended and getting sent to the principal's office, I brought a knife to school and like it was just in my backpack and I was showing my buddy and I got suspended. like my little see, it's got a toothpick, the old Swiss Army knives.
I brought the nail clippers that have like the little file. Yeah. I brought those to school once. There's this bully giving me shit.
Oh yeah.
Pulled it on like I was gonna do something. I got in a ton of trouble. It was not a good day.
Come at me, bro.
It's not even a knife, dude. This is a file.
Right. Watch out, Brennan. Don't up the 9.
Teachers did not like that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He brought out the 9 millimeter? No, 9 centimeters.
Like,
Shane.
You're gonna bully me.
Your toes clipped. Check yourself.
That's his defense strategy.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
We call that catch a tiger by his toe.
Oh no!
Your parents would be disgusted.
Look at those cuticles.
Yeah, who's raising you?
Oh no, that's good. That's.
Oh no!
I'm a visual person, so I'll the whole time like,
You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
Oh, that's too good. All right. Well, here's a little quick segment. We'll go through doing this every once in a while. Cool. So I got this game called Let's Get Talking. By what is this? What do you mean?
Ooh, what do you mean?
Oh, that company? That's crazy.
Not sponsored, but
okay.
Sponsor me.
Not yet. You saw it here first.
Yeah.
Let's have Sean grab a card first. So there's bigger questions, light questions, and big questions.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with big questions first. Here.
Yeah, let's see it.
You just won a major award and have to give a speech. Who are 3 people you'd thank and why? Oh man. Wow. Okay. Well, I think being a family-oriented person, I would have to thank the Academy. No.
That's my family.
I would have to thank my parents for sure. I was a skateboarder growing up and a musician. It's like not always the most popular thing I was also a pastor's kid. So, so that wasn't the most popular thing for the pastor's kid to be doing. But yeah, I would definitely thank them because no matter what, they've always been supportive and giving me good upbringing and stuff like that. And then sending it the other way, I'd have to thank my kids. Like I have 4 children, and I don't know where I'd be without those guys. They keep me going.
I thought you were about to say I don't know where they're at. I'd like to thank my 4 children.
Too.
I don't know where they're at.
4 children, 4 different moms. They're out there.
Just keep waiting in the car. It's February.
Close that trunk.
Fine.
Left for a pack of cigarettes.
I left it running. It's totally cool. And then the third is a tough one. No, I guess my bestie Ben. He's been really supportive of me my whole life. I've known this guy since I was in kindergarten. He does like all of our video work.
I didn't know you knew that. I thought you guys were just like kind of like old friends, like not like that old.
It's weird when you can say that you've known somebody for 30 plus years.
Right.
That's wild.
Damn.
Pretty good.
Honestly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And we don't want to kill each other.
Yeah.
Yet.
That's awesome.
I've actually known my friend Tommy that I was just talking about. He was my first friend when I moved here. I moved here in 200005.
Oh,
so,
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Dang,
so it's kind of crazy to think like, man.
I was 20 years now. So, yeah.
Josh, what's your 3 thanks?
Oh, same. Well,
You want another beer?
you know, I'd probably have to thank my baby mother. Real bad mother. No, I don't got none of that going on. I'd probably have to thank, mom and pops for dealing with me for however long they did. My God, what a ride. Awesome ride though. Great, great that I'm here doing whatever I am doing. So thank them. Probably thank the homies because I don't know what major award I'd be winning other than music. So I'd probably have to thank the homies Don and some other dudes around, probably Jorge and Anthony.
Right.
And then to be honest, I'd probably have to give thanks to Beyonce because if you win a music award and you don't give homage to Beyonce, you're probably not going to be around that long.
Pay homage.
I don't think you're ready for this, Jelly.
Brennan, what about you, man?
Oh man, I would also my mom and dad also. My dad was in the army. We moved around all the time, so we was always just like the 4 of us. My mom, dad, and brother. We had friends, but it's every 3-4 years you kind of move somewhere else, meet new people, and just repeat that cycle. My mom, dad, my younger brother, ride or die. We always had each other's back, so that's good. That's lame. My band, my buddies.
Oh,
man.
I forgot you guys. Screw you.
I feel really thankful that we get to make music and art together. It's
Here.
hard to find people, especially as you start getting older. You know, 35.
Yeah.
Find people still want to actually do it. It's like,
Right.
it's not that easy. Find people to get along with, want to hang out with. So that's probably that's my 3. And Omar Rodriguez Lopez for the best 3 consecutive albums of all time with Mars Volta. Thank you. Changed my life. That should have been number 1.
Shout out.
He's like, hold on, let me change it real quick.
Yeah.
Forget the band members.
Just take out mom and dad. That's it. Thanks, Omar.
Mars Volta for sure. All right.
Yeah, those 3.
Should have did these on paper. Oh, wait. No.
Don, what about you, man?
My 3. Honestly, 1, I'm going to have to say my brother, not Evian, but Junior, my brother that lives in New Jersey. I want to thank him for leaving his guitar behind for me to actually he didn't leave it behind on purpose, but because he left it behind, I actually got to get into music.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. But I mean, before that, I was always trying to I wanted to sing. And honestly, singing didn't really come to me full on until probably 3 years ago. Yeah. Until I actually was oh, I could do this, I could do that, But with the screams, obviously, I can always do the interchanging. Honestly, I'm gonna have to say the homies. Because Josh over there, we've been running into each other off and on for the longest time, and then finally, I got him to get in there, and he's been around.
Nice.
And just me and him, we always, we game together. We talk almost every day. It's
nice.
It's both of us pushing each other to do more. So
yeah, that's good.
Heck yeah.
That's my dog over there. That's my dog.
And Jorge's been there.
Jorge is for sure there.
No, I mean me and Jorge started Everflare together.
Okay.
But before I found him in my last band in Confidence, I found him on Craigslist.
Oh shoot!
Crazy.
So honestly, he's probably going to be my 3rd because he's been there to help me. He's always been in the music structure kind of idea. So him doing that kind of pulled me into trying to get the structure a little more solidified.
Yeah.
So that's my 3.
Nice.
It is important to do the structure thing because I always have runaway ideas. And hey, let's right in it.
Right.
Land the plane, bro. Right. What are you doing?
The thing I noticed that I've lost though with the structure is creativity in my brain. Because I'm thinking way too much.
Trade-off.
I'm thinking way too much about what I have to do next instead of just play.
Yeah. I think You want to find the balance.
Yeah.
Between the two, really.
Yeah.
Because ideally, what I always like, structure's good. Let's keep it there, but let's try and move around.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
we want to, or it feels right to,
I kind
to
of
move around.
stuck myself in a spot where it's just like, all right, I finished the verse. Well, like, I gotta go chorus next. Like, you know? Like I gave myself no room. Like, and then I gained structure, lost creativity.
Yeah.
Would you?
That's going to be something we're going to have to work on a lot with this news material for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm way too structured when it comes to writing stuff.
Sure.
So this new endeavor that I'm trying, we're going to be much more like songwriting, flowy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm way too rigid. I'm like, if it doesn't line into 4/4, like if you can't figure out how to line it up, like you suck. And that's not how it is. It's really not how it is. But I just think that on the regular.
Yeah.
So to break out of that is hard for me.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Well,
Especially
it seems like it's a good thing that you guys have each other because it's a balance. It's a balance game.
Yeah.
And you can be the rigid person and you can be the creative person.
Right.
And it will intertwine and intermesh. So
Yeah.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. And it's like, I think the first song that we wrote that was actually like a sit down, like all of us actually sat there and, well, except for drums, sticks.
Yeah.
The first song that we made was that one was kind of just like, it was kind of, you know, it was creative. It was all over the place, kind of.
Yeah.
It was structured, but it was all over the place, you know?
There's a little method to the madness. Kind of thing.
But yeah, to end that question, that was my 3.
I got a question. If you've heard it this year, I'm not sure yet if it's happened just yet. But what about last year? You got an album of the year?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
So, first one, Foxing's latest album, self-titled album, is probably my number 1, followed by Darkest Hours, new one. But that album, they self-produced it, recorded it on their own, mixed it on their own, did all the art on their own, and you can hear it. It sounds like how they sound live mostly.
Ooh.
It is just a wall of sound at times, lots of really cool effects. I listened to that one an embarrassing number of times, daily, multiple times.
Yeah.
Could not get over it. It was good. That's probably my number 1 from last year. Darkest Hour was a close second. Their last one was good as well.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm a bit embarrassed by myself because like I don't know if I have an album of the year because
Don't worry.
it's weird. It's like I listen to a lot of the music that I grew up with, and then now I find bands that I like, but it's not like I'm like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like all over the place. Like I'm like, oh, look at this band, look at that band. I don't really have an album that I'm like, this really shines out to me. So
Well,
it's kind of,
what is one that you've been gravitating towards most recently?
yeah. So most recently, I've been really vibing on like Hot Mulligan.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
everything they've released.
yeah, like that's
Yeah.
like if I was to emulate a band within this band, especially like that's who I want to be like, you know. So yeah.
That last album, Why Would I Watch or whatever is
Yeah.
front to back.
That and I was gonna say that, but
Excellent.
I think that was actually 23.
Yeah, it was.
And
Like,
so
It could
I didn't
be.
want to
Yeah.
be like, oh, well, you know, I'm so last year. But that's what comes to mind.
I'm not gonna be mad.
But yeah, like I've kind of stumbled upon this band. I think they're called Koi. It's just have you seen that? Yeah, it's like this is really decent, like up my alley, and it's just like one song here and there. And so it's kind of weird because like I think we consume music differently now. It's like the music industry is almost very single driven. And
Yeah.
so,
Ooh, yeah.
It
you
is.
know, as a band, we emulate that process too, where it's like, okay, we're thinking in the lines of an EP or in the lines of an album, but like, hey, public, here's this single, here's that single, here's this single. We just want to catch somebody's eye for a second in this TikTok generation. And so it's like, hey, here's a reel of us playing 30 seconds, and here's a reel of us playing another 30 seconds of this. So it's, you know, it's different. Whereas like when I was growing up, like we would go to the record store when I was your age, and we would thumb through the records and all the CDs or whatever. And you would have an album, and you would pick up the lyric book, and you would memorize the lyrics, and you would remember the art. But like now, it's so much different now.
That was huge back in the day.
Yeah,
honestly,
right.
That's why I'd be stressing so much about the art, man. But because I'm still in that thought, it's not that anymore. But like I'm still in that thought where it's like
I still think it's just as important.
I agree.
Even CDs, it's still
I like having a tangible piece of media.
Yeah.
I buy vinyl records.
Yeah.
And I still listen to albums all the way through. I enjoy taking.
Not saying that that's lost.
Yeah, but
Not,
it is, you are right. It is. Playlists and singles is, what most people are doing.
Short form is what people look for. Yeah.
Yep.
But I still love an excellently crafted album. It's a whole experience. They wrap up for you, and deliver to you.
Yeah, like
that. I enjoy.
Like me and my brothers, we used to anytime like Circa Survive like album would come out.
Yeah.
Literally about
we would literally. We'd be like, Mom, Dad, like don't bother us. Like, we go into our brother's room, we put in the CD player, and we would just sit there, just
Was it Circa or was it Chiodos with the album where it's like that kid like with it was like the angel, but he had that weird like beast. That was his halo.
That's Circa. Circa. Yeah.
I was thinking of Jaturna, that album.
Jaturna too. But like, I bought the CD for it. But then I was just thinking, like, literally at the same time, I was like, to have that whole album art, that would be an experience.
Yeah.
Circa Survive still does really cool stuff with the art. Their last two EPs was a song about love. In the front had like this woman fully intact, this mural of a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
Their second EP was a song about death.
Yeah.
It was the same art, but it was all like dilapidated.
Yeah.
I
so good.
love those kind of ideas.
It's so good.
It's continuity and duality between in the musically. Each one was a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. It's so cool
I know.
to me. I still enjoy stuff like that.
Well, if you guys paid for it, it's like, can we get that?
Dude, we're really reasonable people too. Like we gave a good window of time. We're like, hey man, you can give us some sort of progress support.
Yeah. Right.
I do appreciate people that are really attentive. Taylor does a good job. He's always has mixes to us.
Taylor Hahn, shout out.
Oh, okay.
Taylor Hahn.
He always
on audio.
I appreciate the communication when you're working with people.
Is he
like,
in the Springs?
He's in Centennial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Centennial.
Oh, okay. That's still closer.
Yeah,
That's way closer.
Not too far. Does a great job too. I like somebody who like is in the process and let you know what's going on.
Yeah.
I try not to be impatient, but I start to get like, okay, I want to hear it, man. Like,
Right. That's how we were with this one.
Yeah.
Van was like, he's like, I usually don't do this, but like, don't get attached to the raw files. Like, oh, trust me, we won't anymore. Like, there was one point we did a free song with somebody, and like we were listening to the raw track. We're like, oh, this is good. Like, oh yeah. And then he finished doing it. It was like saturated with reverb. It was like, what did you do? I was like,
you didn't have to do that.
I've tried to find that file. I think we completely just threw
it in the fire.
Jettison that thing.
Like it's gone.
I mean, did you appeal to reason and be like, hey, I think maybe like a touch less reverb?
It was another free one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like
beggers can't
one
be
plug
choosers.
On the reverb bus, like everything's getting reverb.
Yeah, like thanks, bro.
I guess he thought it sounded good, but
who knows, man.
My first band, we recorded an EP. The guy was not an engineer. Had no idea. It was the whole process. We were young, no idea what we paid for.
Yeah.
It was terrible. But we had this song that had a breakdown in it. It had like this pause. And he had like this explosion sound. It was like a cartoon explosion sound. So we're like listening to the mix, and the song, if it was re-recorded today, it would still slap. It's actually a really cool metalcore song. But I guess it's actually
it's got the cartoon like screaming in the back.
I had like a free copy of Cubase where I just like cut that entire click. Like, it's no, dude, we're not doing that.
It's like Goofy.
Yeah. He like tried to gaslight us and thinking it was good. It's like, no, dude, it totally fits. It's like, bro, this doesn't fit. What the fuck are you doing? This makes no sense.
Just recorded like a Mickey Mouse clubhouse. Just like
I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, we're gonna delete that shit. That's not staying in there.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was
awesome.
Like his drum triggers broke before we got it. The whole thing just like was a disaster.
Jeez.
Ooh, that's funny.
You see this, Andrew? That shit sucked, bro. No. I want my $200.
We're leaving that one in.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not
man.
sorry. Ugh.
That is funny.
That is funny.
His brother's an amazing drummer, though. He's like a trained jazz drummer. He played in like Tech Death and stuff. I think, I'm not sure he's doing it anymore, but he ended up taking like taking cruise ships. He just plays drums on cover bands on cruise ships or some shit.
All right.
I was
Nice.
like, man, that's a hell of a job. That's a cool job.
That's a cool job.
Yeah.
Right?
That's dope.
I used to always say I want to be like a session bass player or like guitar player for Britney Spears or, you know, like, or Beyonce if you're watching.
Yeah.
If you're watching.
I just think that would be a cool job to do. Like, just go on tour and make money doing music. I mean, you know.
I always remember reading that drummers, like session drummers, if you ever want a job in music, if you're a competent drummer, session work.
That's where it's at. Huh?
Yeah.
There's
I
less
believe
drummers
that.
than there are like anybody else. essentially.
Yeah.
Guitar guys are like fucking dime a dozen.
Sure.
Out there. So
Right.
Bass, you won't find that. No, the bass is high. Just like
They're not.
slowly going under the
The
table.
ace of base.
What do you do? Carry the root note.
You don't have to pretend I'm important.
But you're not just any bass player, though. You're a very, very capable
you're
bass
the,
player.
you're the front
I was
man,
honestly,
bass man.
I was honestly
Shred.
100% surprised. Yeah, like that
Yeah.
you shred, man. Like,
Oh,
I'm not trying to
thank
just,
you.
I'm not just, you know.
But, wow, you are a little.
You know,
Well, thank you.
what's it? I think I saw a
not
video like
gesticulating
way
your
back when I
cane.
first met you guys. I think you were just like ripping a guitar like solo, like at practice, just like hanging out. I was like, damn, man, damn, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I like to play. No,
He's a
I'm
great guitar player too.
I'm a guitar player. Yeah, that's my roots. I've been playing for a long time, and then I found this band, and they were looking for a bass player a few years ago, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna try this out, and like, man, I'll tell you, I've just gravitated to the bass. I freaking love it. Like,
You really
it's my
stepped
thing.
into it too.
Yeah.
Moving, 'cause it is a different dynamic moving out of guitar into bass.
Yeah.
The ground you cover and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, good job.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. And too, when I walked into this band, like, both you and Brian are just phenomenal guitar players, and I've been playing guitar all my life. And so it's just like, oh, well, I used to tell my buddy Ben, like, I'm glad that I'm not the guitar player in this band. Like, I don't know if I could hang with these guys. Like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
so yeah, it's true though. The whole group of us, like Michael, Mick is a phenomenal vocalist. Like, is
really good.
Really,
he's got a great scream. He's got great lows. He's versatile in the studio. He learns fast.
we love
Chase.
that. He's a good.
Yeah, you guys
he's
got a
really
good one.
guy. Yeah.
Chase is the scapegoat of all of our jokes, and here's one. He writes all of our songs.
He writes all of his songs. Everyone. So, you're listening? Thank Chase. It was him.
But no, really, he is a phenomenal drummer too. His hit choices and just the things he does, the way we groove together. So it's just, I mean, we're just blessed to have a phenomenal group of people to make music with, and I love it. Yeah.
Chase is funny in the studio. Like, we recorded our last single, Imberlight, and he went in there, laid down one take, and it was actually a really great take. He's like, all right, man, I think I'm done. It's like, bro, we're still testing levels, dude. We're not done yet. But
He's like,
in his defense,
sticks down.
listening to the one time, like, I
Right.
don't think there was a mistake. I was like,
Right.
damn, that was actually a really good take, though, bro.
And he's a goofy guy. He's hard to rein in, even in just a conversation. But boy, he gets in the studio and it's for real, man. Like, he is
That's
a
good.
pro, and it
That's
is
good.
rad. It is rad to watch him walk. Like, I do some film work for the band sometimes, and I go in there and I'm filming and just watching him. And it doesn't matter if I was like making chicken gestures with my arms. He's dialed in. He's fucking doing it. Yeah. So,
That's funny.
a great group of dudes.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Dude.
Yeah. Love you, man. Sure. You
I
know.
feel like that's usually how it is. Like, when we hit the studios, like, whenever I do my vocals, it's just like I do a take. They're like, oh, that was good. Let's just layer those. I'm like,
Right.
I was like, nah, I'll come back to them, but it's usually just like one take. It's like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
It's always that first take when I did the long scream and Release Me. It's like,
Or like when you did the tracking in hindsight with us with Skylar, that was so rad. I was just like,
Jay still talks about it. It's like it's just like a natural thing. Like it's just like no thought. He just does it. It sounds the way it's supposed to sound.
It's funny. People always ask me like, "How do you like? How long did you have to work on this?" It was like it just came to me. Like, I didn't have to work on my screams.
that's phenomenal.
Eventually, I did work on it to make it better. Tighten it up.
Yeah.
But it was just a natural thing for me since I started doing music. Really,
right. Well, and for me, watching you, like, even when you're on stage, it's like. When I'm screaming, I'm like exasperated, like my head's gonna explode almost. But you're just like, it's like you're talking to me like,
you hear my words, you hear my words,
and that's probably how it should be. Like I'm doing it wrong, but yeah, I've always just been impressed by your technique and like it's rad. So
singers in general are impressive to me. I can't sing worth a shit. I've tried. I've recorded myself. Like maybe I can get something to work, and it just never.
I think it's funny every time there's a mic in front of you. I think you're gonna do something.
No. I have it there in case I need to yell at somebody or say something.
Direct traffic.
Yeah.
It's like that actually goes to the in ear, so he can yell at you. He's sitting there yelling at Chase all the time. He's like, "We can't hear you." It's like, "No, I'm yelling at him."
Count to 7.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I did try and scream, and I got a good one, but I had to layer it's like 6 vocal tracks. Like it's all fake. I couldn't do it in a room. I was like, it does sound like a scream now.
It's funny because Brennan has like the podcasting voice. Like he's got like the radio voice. So you would think that would translate for you, but
no, I haven't found it. If it does, I haven't been able to find it yet.
Well, you know what it is though. It's like it's a confidence thing too. Like for me, I struggled singing for a long time, and I find myself in situations where it's like, even in Florissant for a while there, I was the singer, kind of like Brian and I would trade off. It's just like that's what ended up happening. It's like you can hold the tune. All right, I guess you're the guy now because you're our best option. And it's like,
and before Michael came, it was all on his shoulders. Like, it's all you now.
It's like, here you go.
Actually, we finished writing our last song, Sorted Out.
Okay.
We recorded the whole thing, vocals and everything. It was done.
Yeah.
And Mick hit me up like 2 days after we recorded it.
Yep.
And we hit it off, and it was cool. I was like, okay, hope he's not a weirdo. He's a cool dude. He's like, hey, man, you be in the studio like next Tuesday to redo all of this? He fucking crushed it. He reworked the lyrics, did everything. He's like, yep, good to go. I was like, hey, this guy is fucking about it.
Yeah, you're in.
Right.
We knew after our first practice with him, like when we finally met up, I was like, oh, okay, this is good.
It was kind of like that with our drummer Anthony.
Oh yeah,
he's killer.
He's so awesome.
He's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've seen him play live like all the time, like with Between the Heart.
And
then we finally got him, and we're like,
we ain't letting you go.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like,
yeah.
It was like a month later, and we were like, so. Are you like a member now? Like,
Drummers especially are hard to find, at least in our parts.
Yeah.
That are competent and skilled and want to motivated to do it. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of drummers, but you know the joke. There's like 5 different bands.
And all
that.
Or they want to try and make you join their project.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I had an experience with this. Before I joined these guys, I was writing like some solo stuff. I was going to try and release it. I met this dude, went to Berkeley. He was a great drummer, fantastic. He was playing like a lot of tech death bands, kind of moved more into jazz. And he played over some of my stuff, and it sounded great. And he asked me if I would do some lead stuff for one of his songs.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, man, totally, cool. So he sends me the file, and it's like a 30-minute long, like prog metal magnum opus. I was like, hey, dude, I don't know who the fuck you think I am, but there's no fucking way I can play to this, dude. Like, I am not this good. I'm not John Petrucci. There's no fucking way I can do this. And he's like, okay, dude, I'm done. I was like, okay, that's fair enough, bro. That's good. It's like, I sent you like a 3-minute long song. You sent me a fucking 30-minute what?
Right.
Killer player, dude. I think he plays in a jazz group around here now.
Oh yeah.
Great player.
Okay.
But the music was cool. Like it was just I can't do that. That was wasn't
Right.
wasn't for me.
Yeah, I don't know how people can do that. And those types of groups, it's not like they're playing a straight up beat or like a straight up guitar part for 30 minutes. It's wildly intricate and,
all over the place.
Changes in time signatures and
it was like he was real Dream Theater-esque, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of in that vein.
So he just needed a virtuoso guitar player.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what he thought with the demos. All of a sudden he was like, yeah, this guy's got it. I think I'm holding back on you, bro.
Right,
This is as good as it gets. This is all I got.
I mean,
Yeah.
It could have been your, you could have just tried it too.
Oh, I did sit down with it. And I had some cool ideas, but like the piece of it would have taken me forever to get to the point where it would have been satisfactory, you know? I did give it a try. I was like, I'll see what I can come up with.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not cutting it, dude. Somebody else needs to do this.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
You want another one?
Yeah, sure. I would try. I would be.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I would be tempted to rise to the occasion, and it's like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. But I don't know. Like, there's this NoFX song called "The Decline."
Oh yeah.
And I think if it was something like that, perhaps you know.
Yeah.
But if it's like something super jazzy with like, no, I'm not gonna remember all of that, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And if I like dedicated tons and tons, I might have eventually been able to get there.
sure.
But it's just like, how much work am I really willing to do?
Yeah.
For a
So-
side thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
great player though, dude? He was killer. He was
Hell yeah.
really talented dude.
So you said you think he's still around?
Yeah.
Town here?
Yeah, his name was. Can I say his name on the podcast? Does it matter?
Yeah.
His name was Marty. He plays in like a jazz. I think Miles something jazz group.
Marked it.
Marty Hickman. Take his name out if we should know him. He's gonna be like, dude, don't call me out like that. I don't want people to know I make nerdy ass fucking prog music. I'm a sophisticated jazz guy now.
Don't blow his spot.
I feel like this is a compliment to him.
Yeah. Oh, it is, dude. He's killer. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to.
Exactly. You
get
weren't
there,
playing on that level, so yeah.
Yeah, they had a cool like hybrid acoustic kit. It was a neat little setup.
Yeah.
He had at his house or condo. I don't know. I just saw them videos. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
Nice.
cool though. It was neat.
Nice.
Yeah, it's interesting when that happens, dude. I had an experience with that where right when I got back from college, an old buddy wanted to start a project with me. He introduced me to this guitar player. Back then I was on bass.
Yeah.
And the first time we showed up introduced, he was like, so yeah, I'm working on this one thing. And he didn't say like a crazy like music theory thing, but just the way he said it, I kind of asked him. I was like, you mind explaining that? And I could tell immediately he was just like, no, I don't want to. And that was the practice was over. I was just like, okay, whatever, dude. It's not that I didn't understand, but I was just like, you mind explaining that a little bit more? And then he was just like, no. And then we never met each other again. Nothing. I was like,
geez.
Respect for sure. I understand you don't want to waste your time,
right.
but at the same time, I didn't ask for that much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
whatever, dude. It's all good.
I mean, I think we're probably on the same level. I don't really know, but for me, I learned guitar by ear. We picked up music and you played along with it, and that was kind of it. I had a Mel Bay guitar book and learned the chords and how to tune a guitar and what the strings were and stuff. But for me, that was pretty much a maybe some tablature a little bit, but for the most part, I learned by ear, and that's how I play. And I'll joke with these guys even too, as far as time signature goes, I can't even count, but I can latch on to what you're doing.
Yeah,
for sure.
If I hear it, I can play it. So
yeah,
so yeah, some of this formally trained stuff, some of this Berklee College of Music stuff is I appreciate the hell out of what you're saying, but I'm not latching on to it. some of the basic theory stuff I
sure.
have, but
Yeah, I know some, but I'm not.
yeah.
Yeah,
When it gets super involved and you're gonna spit a bunch of rhetoric at me and like expect me to latch onto that, like
Yeah,
we're not
no,
speaking the same language.
it's
here,
a
buddy.
very good way to communicate.
Sure.
Hard things to communicate, but like
Yeah.
if you don't understand the language, like
right.
why are you throwing it at me?
Right.
Like I'm out of practice. I went to college for it and all.
Oh,
I'm
did you?
Very out of practice. So
Okay.
like
Yeah.
to be honest, I understand basics only now.
Yeah.
But like so like the thing is like he could have taken like a little bit of time
Yeah.
to tell me what he was doing, but like what he said, he's like, yeah, so I'm doing like this cool ass riff, and he played a dope ass riff, but he's like, but I'm doing a lot of work in thirds, and I was like, all right, cool, but you mind explaining that, like major, minor, like is it only thirds that you're playing, like are you doing like a certain scale where you're only playing thirds, or is this like this scale that you're doing and you're like on the third a lot?
Those are great questions.
But yeah, I only asked, I was like, do you mind explaining that a bit? When he said, yeah, I'm doing a lot of work with thirds, and he was just like, no. All right, then. Well, whatever,
I guess
I'll keep it moving.
I guess we're breaking up.
No, I was just like, all right, then. Well, honestly, if you don't want to take the time, then to be honest, we won't get along.
Yeah.
So, whatever, dude.
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's all really cool, but I play the same way, dude.
Yeah.
I play the same way. Like it's by feel.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a learning tool.
Yeah.
Like I listen to all my favorite bands. I figure out how to play the shit.
Yeah.
And then I go back and like, can I kind of apply theory to this to figure out a little bit what they're doing?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. And
Yeah.
theory to like write a song? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah. Learning other people's stuff is like the best way to kind of pick up new techniques. When I was first learning, like you find a song you like, you learn to play. It's like, okay, cool. I got that fucking tool in my tool belt now.
Yeah.
Learn to do that.
Yeah.
And you can apply it however you want after, in your own music.
Exactly.
Or playing with other people and picking up from other musicians is the
Exactly.
best way to do it.
No.
I tabs in my ear.
Yep.
Since I was a kid, it was the easiest way.
No.
Yeah, I mean, so I learned all that crap, like parallel fifths. You can't be doing, all the silly stuff. But it's like,
Yeah.
if no one else knows, like I'm just talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what
Right.
the hell are you talking for?
Yeah.
You just
Right.
write something.
I took piano lessons for a little bit when I was in high school. And I mean, I learned some. I can still read music and shit. Can't transpose it as quickly on guitar. I have to like fucking think about it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you exactly what note is what.
Yeah.
Piano's a little easier. Not well, I don't really play it much anymore, but I was easier to sight read and play.
Yeah. I never learned the piano like at all. I noodled around like, oh look, I can play Star Wars.
Yeah.
But like, I never learned piano.
I'm not great. I can like, in context of like a song I'm writing, I can do a lot of stuff. I can make it work inside.
Sure.
I can't sit down at a piano and blow somebody away with playing an actual piece. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
more
Right.
an additive
Yeah.
thing for me.
Yeah.
That I can add into the music.
Right.
Brennan did this thing. Like we're all dorks. You did this thing. You did like the Legend of Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
the Lost Woods song
Yeah.
on the piano, and it's the coolest thing ever.
It's an all right cover. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did that with
It's like-
Ezekiel because he actually found the notes of the songs. Hey, this sounds like Lost Woods. I was
Yeah,
like, it does. And I
yeah.
recorded the whole. It took like 45 minutes, and it blew his fucking mind. He's like, "Bro, you just like did
Especially
that." I was like,
as
"Yeah,
a
dude, I
little
can show
kid.
you this."
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, he was like 10 at the time. I think.
Right,
He's like,
right.
"This is fucking wild, dude." Just like you made the whole song. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a part of it. There's this part of it that's kind of cool. I was gonna give up on the recording. I just like slapped the keyboard and ran my hands across it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't keep going, so I incorporated that to the song. So it adds like a riser, like a build up, and it drops like this halftime section instead. Like, and the beat hits. It was cool. It was a little happy little accident.
Yeah.
Nice. Of course.
Best part was just watching like
Him light up.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's
man.
fun.
You guys play any other instruments other than guitar stuff?
I'm pretty okay at drums. I'm getting better. I play a lot. I've got
Yeah.
everything mic'd up now. I can record drums, and once I was able to do that, I can sit there and like record over my own shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Force myself to learn what to do in certain situations. Really like playing the drums. I would like to get really, really good one day.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Not bad. I'm good. Chase jokes. I'm almost getting as good as him, but it's not true. It's not.
Yeah.
True.
I'll
I
never
can play bass.
get there on drums.
That's really about it, though.
Yeah.
I wanted to play saxophone when I was a kid, but parents didn't give me a saxophone. So
Yeah. All right.
Too expensive.
Touché.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I play the drums a little bit, but I've always it's one of these things where it's always been in my basement. I'm the guy that has all the instruments for some reason. It's always been that way. And so, yeah,
Honestly,
I
that's how it is
do,
for me.
but it's not great. But yeah, guitar, bass, a little bit of singing. That's about it. Yeah.
No piano? I feel like you could play
No,
piano. No,
I
I
don't.
play a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
No,
Okay.
no,
A
no.
little bit.
I mean,
you look like a keys guy. I can see you on a guitar.
Guitar. That's it.
Yeah.
That one chick, at
low
the-
key genius.
That was good.
Shout out.
They were-
Yeah,
she was good.
She was rad. I guess she's like a music teacher or something
Oh,
like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Anyway.
Wow. She looks like a teacher too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's the glasses.
yeah. Oh man, different instruments.
Yeah.
I mean, I've I can't play drums, but I've put drums on like a lot of my stuff.
Yeah.
Only twice live drums where I literally did like
You
I'd
did
record
the hits. Yeah.
and then
It's funny because like on the video that we did for Sorted Out, I wanted like a tight shot of like a foot doing the bass drum, like
Yeah.
tuk, 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 but we didn't film it. And so I filmed myself doing it, actually. Yeah.
Nice. You gotta put it in
And I'll
there.
tell
I
you,
didn't even know. I didn't even know.
it took a few times for me
funny.
to tuk, 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 tuk.
they're like those
I'm
legs
like,
are looking
nope.
kind of thin.
Nope.
No, drummer
Nope.
legs.
Right.
Nice.
Exactly. So I'm surprised no one ever called me out. Those aren't Chase's
No, I didn't
shoes.
even notice, man.
That's funny.
So funny.
Yeah.
Hey, Chase, I need one of your shoes. Just one.
Right. Right.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, there's a little band Easter egg for you
Yeah.
guys. Yep.
That's funny.
Yep.
I mean, like I played bass a few times live.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was actually that was pretty fun.
That was cool.
Bass
I
is
liked
fun.
that.
Yeah.
I like to groove on some bass.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
it was nice because it was like probably something like no one knew I could like do, and then I'm like up there with a bass, like wait a second,
Yeah.
up there with a bass and screaming, like wait,
Like,
you know,
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I always thought that was kind of a fun moment in you guys' set when you do that.
yeah.
You'll have to bring it
definitely,
back. Yeah.
definitely keeping those videos in the pocket. As like,
Yeah.
man, like that was fun.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I remember the first time I saw you guys, I was like, there's not a bass player,
Yeah,
but I hear a bass. Like, I'm like, they must have a backing track.
I forgot
guess.
when we met you guys, Manny was already gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It must have just happened, or
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
When we got you guys to play at
the PNP.
yeah, Steel Pan, yeah.
Yeah.
He had just left. He
Okay.
wanted to go back to school, so
Yeah.
we couldn't really grab him out of that.
Right.
The school's for chumps.
Don't you want to be poor forever? Make music with us.
Honestly, going to school makes you more poor, I think. Pay those
In
loans
some
off
cases,
for 10
right?
years.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to make money in music,
You're in the wrong business.
yeah,
buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's like as you can see, like I'll buy this stuff. Like I'm like I don't even care.
Right.
Like
Yeah. It's really a labor of love.
Yeah.
Passion. There's not,
Passion
there's
project for sure. Yeah.
There was back in the 90s, you could actually make a living before streaming.
yeah.
You had to buy an album. So if you were like independent, especially, you sell 1,000 albums. You
Yeah.
actually made some money.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
Spotify and their 0.00013 cents or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the thing that sucks now is the musicians that were in it back then that were getting all the money. They're in it now.
Yeah.
They're only playing still because they're in like a horrible contract through
Yeah.
those streaming services.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Yeah.
well, I need this money, so I guess I'll keep playing.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
It's all a little bit of a racket,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It does suck. Yeah.
Kind of nature of the beast, though. I love Spotify. The unlimited music at your fingertips
yeah.
anytime.
Yep.
So I'm not helping the problem at all because I am on it every day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wish there was a more equitable way for us to strive as musicians. It just
Right.
It's not
Not a
Not the
slave to
thing.
some giant company that's
Yeah.
making all the money off of us. Like,
And it's
that
even
sucks.
like you were saying, like going on tour is just kind of like,
yeah,
you know, if people didn't know who you were, they'd want to go to the show to see who you were. But now it's like they look on Spotify like, I won't go to that.
yeah.
With just the cost of everything, logistically costs a lot more.
Yeah.
To travel all the way to the West Coast, do a run there, whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you gotta.
Warp tour.
Yeah. I mean, if we ever went on tour and look at like break even and get some new fans, that'd be okay. It's like, all right, cool. We didn't lose any money, but I don't really have a strong desire to go drive around and just hemorrhage money for 6 weeks. You know, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. No, my big.
Yeah.
No, my big.
The music times. All right, let's pull another card.
Ooh.
Who's
All
going?
right. All right.
Brandon.
Brennan's turn to pull a card. All right.
Oh man! All right. If you had your own talk show, who would be the first guest?
We're on a talk show right now.
Oh man! Aside from you guys, this has been a great experience. Little, I don't know, not really nerdy. I would have Jon Stewart on because I've really enjoyed everything he's done his entire career.
Yeah, he's
And to sit down
hilarious.
and talk to him. I'm not going to dive into politics here,
Right.
but I'm into a lot of that. So, you know, he has a cool perspective on a lot of things. Just having a conversation with him would be cool. So I'd probably pick Jon Stewart first. Yeah.
Who would be my first guess? Well, Everflare, of course.
Yeah.
But no, who would I want to talk to? Yeah, that's a tough one.
Give us an answer, Sean.
No celebrities you could think of?
It's gotta be Beyonce.
Hey, working hard for it.
Like sticking to a thing.
Let's see how many times you say Beyonce, and let's just put them all together. Beyonce. No.
Get flagged on YouTube.
Yeah.
One too many
Right, I'm
times.
trying to get the algorithm going.
Dang.
Pass. Come back to me.
Josh?
Probably J.J. Johnson. J.J. Johnson is a trombone player of, I think, the 80s. Maybe he was around like 86 or some shit like that. Very, very smooth cat.
Yeah.
I'd just like to talk to him and just see what's up. Maybe just hang out, honestly.
Yeah.
'Cause, to be honest with you, that's like that's my dream.
Yeah.
If I could ever like fulfill a role. I don't know. Recently I've been getting really into like I'm really I'm leaning back into my NPC role right now, bro. I'm 30. I'm finally realizing, hey man,
Yeah.
I'm just another dude.
Yeah.
Just another guy, man. And, you know, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's all right. So like, to be honest though, for a long time, my dream has been to just be that random motherfucker, like in a huge apartment complex, like in New York,
Yeah.
that just plays the trombone every once in a while in the evening.
Yeah.
From like the penthouse.
Yeah. They're just like, you know, one of those crazy, like in New York, just like up on the 27th floor,
Yeah.
that light on, the shades down, you see a dude just jamming on the bone, bro. That's what I want to be. I've been practicing up the trombone a little bit here and there every once in a while,
cool.
again, getting back to it. And yeah, that guy was my biggest influence of my like,
That's cool.
who I
Was it
wanted
like
to sound like.
like a ska guy, or just like a
jazz.
Jazz?
Oh,
Okay,
jazz.
cool.
Okay.
dude.
Oh, nice.
Jazz.
I like some jazz, dude. Like if I listen to the radio, it's always 93.5, the jazz station, because you want anything musically interesting, you're not going to find it on the rock station.
No.
There's at least stuff on there where I'm like, oh, man, that was a tasty little lick. That was cool.
That's literally
Yeah.
I like that.
the only two stations I have saved on my radio because I don't listen to radio is the classical and the jazz
yeah,
station.
yeah. For some reason, my
Yeah.
phone dies. I have to the radio. 93.5, man. The jazz station's where it's at.
Yeah.
It's good. They got some cool stuff on there, actually.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
The fun thing about the jazz is the improv, because like it's hard to understand. You know, people are just like, it's hard to understand that people are so comfortable
Yeah.
with what they're playing that they're just like, now I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
and it's gonna sound good.
Right.
And the people who understand that, that's whenever it's fun for the soloist, because then you could be like doing a sick ass solo, and then for a second be like, Mary had a little. And then go back to your fucking solo, and people are like, I heard that.
I like the improv stuff too, and that's like a dying art form with modern music.
Absolutely.
Like, even in the 70s, even rock bands, they had like an element of improv you could see live. The Mars Volta again was a good example because when they played, especially in their earlier, you didn't know what you were getting every time. Sometimes it would be way off the rails, and they would just rip. And that doesn't really exist with a lot of bands now. I mean, it's cool. It's all really streamlined and polished. That's cool. But there's a certain like sauce in those moments that you don't get with a lot of modern music. You know?
I was telling my sister the other day, because I still listen to a lot of Queen. And she was like, why do you love these guys? And I told her, I was like, because what you're saying, because the guitar solos back then really meant something.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, it's flashy. It's cool, but it's like, wanking. Back then, dude, they put their soul into that.
Well, even the way things were recorded back then, like now it's really easy to lock yourself into a grid and stay inside this box.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that back then. A lot of those albums weren't recorded in this box. They were recorded in the room. I mean, they had a metronome, I'm sure, sometimes, but everything was allowed to breathe more.
Yeah.
And that's like one of, not to disparage like heavy music, but you listen to a lot of deathcore now, the production sounds the same like across the board for most bands. And it's like, not saying it's not good. It's still, it slams, it's heavy, but I don't know, man. It feels like some of the soul gets sucked out of modern music sometimes.
Well, the musicality just isn't there.
It's crazy when Josh was telling me about like Meshuggah, like how old they are. I was like, listen to their old stuff. I was like, what? Like, there's no way.
What's it? I agree with you because when Lorna Shore blew up first, cool dudes, insane musicians, crazy ass music. The album that they blew up with, though, dude, I'm gonna be honest, I could not give a shit about it. And it's because of the mixing. Because I cannot hear any guitars. All I'm hearing is double bass pedal, orchestral stuff, and then William is doing his cool stuff. He's a great screamer and all, but I can't hear anything.
Insanely talented, and it's become like this vocal gymnastics thing you see a lot. And I get it. I love heavy music. I love a good breakdown, but Lorna Shore had Into the Hellfire, that breakdown. And I watched like every other local band across the world cookie cutter that breakdown over and over and over and over. Different variations, different sound effects in the background, but the concept was the same. And it's like when they did it, it was cool. The demon sound, dude, it's heavy as fuck.
Right.
Everybody that follows like, dude, you're not. It's not keeping my attention anymore. And not just like an old guy, just like it's not. I know, man. It just doesn't do it for me.
What is this?
And I like heavy music, but like I like lately I've been more into hardcore. Feels more alive to me. Feels like you're in the fucking room and just punching you in the fucking face. We're like, this is good. I like this. This is great.
He's actually thinking about his kid wanting to like start fighting.
You're never gonna beat me up. Never gonna beat me up. Think you're tougher than me?
Well, that's cool that you said Queen because that's funny. That's who I was thinking of. I was like, well, can I bring somebody back from the dead? And I would love to bring Mr. Freddie Mercury back from the dead and just have a conversation with that guy because, man, he lived an interesting life. That guy, he did. But Brian May, too, he's a freaking a wizard on guitar. And, like that's when you started, like, humming along to a guitar solo, it had a melody and a heart and soul to it. I watched that movie Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was just like, obviously it's not a documentary, so it's not like a verbatim word for word for their life, but gosh, they really encapsulated the heart and soul of that guy, and I'd love to sit in a room with him and just. He was a phenomenal pianist too, and all of those guys were great musicians. And you would hear their drummer come up and I'm in love with my car. And he'd start doing that, and it's like, man, this guy's a great vocalist. But then Freddie would come out. It's like, Figaro. Figaro. Holy shit!
He did exude like that rock star energy too.
Yeah, right.
Remember there was like the story where he ran into Sid Vicious in the studio.
Oh yeah.
Like Sid Vicious had like some shitty things to say to him. And he punked him like on the spot, bro. I was like, "Hey, you ain't shit, bro. I'm not. Like, that might work somewhere else, but it's not working here." I was like, I like that. I like that.
Respect.
That's good. Yeah.
That's a cool urban legend. That's
Vocalists before auto-tune, man.
Right.
Man, that's another thing that's kind of like changed technology has just changed the landscape of music so much because even singing, like, I don't expect a man to sound exactly the same on stage, but sometimes you'll catch somebody who's like, "Hey, man, like, you're selling us a false product." That isn't even close.
That's why I like the way we make our stuff because I don't want to be like, I want to be like, if I can't do this on recording, like I don't want to do it that way.
I think that's a good mentality to have.
Yeah,
too.
That's great.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with cleaning stuff up. Like nothing against using the tools to get a good. We do it. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
But,
Sure. Yeah.
you can take somebody who's not good at all and really polish them up, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
that's
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, yuppers. I was thinking too of one of my answers was going to be Paul McCartney because I'm a big Beatles guy. Oh, thanks, Donovan. We got a classic guy drinking.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the same process with them. It's like their whole recording process. We were recently talking about this. Is just in the studio and you've got a few mics and that's it. Like you got to nail this in a take.
Especially the early Beatles thing. Like they use like 4 microphones for some of those early records.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Man,
Incredible, man.
Changed the fucking world.
It's
with that
just like,
music.
and you can love or hate the Beatles or not care for their music or whatever, but like that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like to me is just really cool. And
Well,
so,
even like Tool, they don't record to a click track. Like if you
Really?
listen to the way
I
they
keep
record-
forgetting about Tool.
Yeah, they don't. I'll always have. I love that band. They're. It's really hard to get as big as they did, being an art metal band.
Yeah.
Being a
Playing all that
prog
crazy-
metal band.
Yeah.
To reach the status they did is pretty fucking wild with the kind of music they were making.
Absolutely.
that's true.
And they don't
Really
record
long
to a click.
songs,
I
yeah.
mean, Danny's a walking fucking metronome, but
That's crazy.
yeah, for the same reason, they're like, hey, it kind of sucks the soul out of it. We're like locked into this fucking thing.
Yeah.
We want to be able to kind of swim around when we need to.
Mm.
We've been trying to get there, but
Oh, bro.
it's hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Hard not having a bass player. If we
Oof.
had a bass player, it'd be much easier to be free and do that. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to play to a backtrack, so it's
Yeah. Right.
that always makes. I see when you operate with all that.
Yeah.
And all those moving pieces makes me way too nervous. That's the reason we haven't gotten in-ears because like I'm so used amp, mic to amp, guitar, pedals. That's it. I'm ready.
You guys
Yeah.
get to try them out yet?
We did
Yeah,
try
we
not to
have.
practice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we are going to start utilizing. We've got some like production things we kind of want to start doing.
Yeah.
We're starting to do some of it now.
Mhm.
It's like intermittent.
Like
It's
intro
easy.
tracks and
guitars. So it's not just
yeah.
you jerk off. Like, hold on, dude.
Wait.
Yeah.
So what do you
Uh,
guys think
this-
about stuff?
Yeah, there's something in the background, kind of keeping the show moving
Right.
Right.
forward.
Right.
Yeah, it's like there's some times where it's like that's why I have a co-host because it's like sometimes I'm just like I have nothing to say.
Right.
here's a
I'll-
fastball for you real quick. Hottest takes. What is your least favorite album that has been recent? What has come out?
Oh, hold up.
I've got one that Brandon's not gonna like.
Do it.
I didn't like the later brand new stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
He just
science fiction was a.
throws the microphone down, jumps out the window. The door's right there. Jumps
I'm
out
sorry,
the window.
Like, hey, I'm a pop punker,
See, it's-
especially in 2002. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear. Like, all right, give me another rock album, and it's like the soundscapes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what did you guys just do to me? What did you do?
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I thought science fiction was a great album. I mean, all controversy aside,
Yeah.
just musically, that
Like
record was.
Deja Entendu and all that. That was cool.
Yeah,
There was some. There was some
good
good stuff there, but the later stuff, it's like, all right, I'm sorry, you
the later stuff's
completely
my
lost
favorite
me.
stuff. It felt like they ate.
Yeah.
To me, so I like some pop punk, but like it's still really I don't know. I don't want to sound insulting. Some of it's really juvenile to me. Some of it's like
Contrived.
or just feels like you're in high school. Still,
I feel you.
which is cool. And I
Good,
like
like-
it watching that band. They kind of grew out of that and expanded their
Yeah.
stuff. Bryce is another good example. Watching their trajectory as they age as musicians, it's got tastier and tastier with every album.
It's been getting crazy.
Yeah. I love watching them grow out of that phase, not stay
Yeah.
just in that
Yeah.
one era.
Yeah.
You know, I still like some pop punk. Not just I'm a little picky with what it is. Knuckle Pucks.
I don't blame
love
you,
bands
like-
that. That shit's good.
Yeah. Saves the Day. That's another one. Saves the Day was a great pop punk band, and their later albums, like Under the Boards, I don't know if you guys know them at all.
Nope. No, just their old stuff. I can't remember the album. Whatever
it
had Freakish on it.
Yeah.
That album was good.
It got a little avant-garde and kind of artsy, and
I might like that more because that's the kind of shit I love that kind of stuff.
It's like, all right, you're all grown up now, that's great.
Yeah.
You're artistes, but like, man, I just want to hear like a good rock song. Like that's where I'm at. Like, I like the high energy. I like, you guys see me jumping around on stage and stuff. That's who I am.
Yeah.
That's
I love it.
That's what I gravitate to.
And I like straight up punk. And like old punk, I fuck with that stuff a lot.
Same.
So
Yeah.
it's like Dead Kennedys, Operation Ivy, anything.
7 seconds.
That's all good.
Yeah.
It's like MXPX and stuff like that where I'm like, I can't really do this anymore. Man. This is hitting for me.
Them too. It's like I liked them, but like I don't think they've had a good album since it was 1990 something. You know, like that's kind of crazy to say.
I have a hot thing. I don't know if it's, I guess not as popular anymore. Did you guys ever listen to Sparta?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's been a long time.
Their album, Tap Scars and Porcelain, are fucking great. Great albums.
Yeah.
They released one. It might have been 2024.
Josh is like, I gotta go back.
Yeah, it is.
You fucking smacked me with that one.
Their newer stuff is not good, and I feel bad because I really like Jim Ward. I like his vocals. I like their music usually. Whatever album they put out, it might have been 2023. I might be maybe even last year before, and it just wasn't. It was bad. It was all around. I was just like, bro, this fucking sucks. And it's funny. Some other group named Sparta like co-opted this Spotify somehow.
Right.
So you have like actual Sparta with like some random dude from somewhere in the world with their releases mixed. I was like, what the fuck did you guys do? You just dropped the ball.
That's wild.
But their first two albums were, I was so excited when I heard they were making new music. I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And I have not been that disappointed from an album in a long time. I was like, ooh,
Damn.
this is nope. Sorry, I'll go back to Porcelain. This isn't it.
Right.
Not it.
Don, you got a hot take?
Chiodos.
What about it?
It's good.
I don't know if that's a hot take.
I thought you were about to say that first album, the white one.
No, that's where I was going.
It was good, but it's not as good as people remember it. To be. Like 1,000. If that's where you're going, I actually agree.
That's Going back to it, like it popped up on my radio the other day. I was like, wait, this is what?
What is this?
When you compare it to the other bands that were in this same genre in that time period, it was
Yeah.
They're gonna see this and they're gonna be like, these motherfuckers never fucking play these guys.
It was just like
Just kidding.
Sorry.
just like the what was that the one with Johnny Craig, Pierce the Veil, what's his face? Vic Valente or whatever. Isles and Glaciers.
Isles and Glaciers. Trash.
Listening to that back then, I was like, oh, this is good. Like the collaboration, I was like, yeah. And then I listened to it.
Trash.
Wait,
Yeah,
that's
Y'all
probably
were tripping back then. I understand that all the 3 heartthrob vocalists were on like a project together, but I knew back then I was like, this is garbage.
Honestly, the only person, like instrumentally, it was all right.
Instrumentally, it was great.
The only person that was gluing that together was Johnny Craig.
Yeah, he was the only one who fit in well. The other guys are great vocalists, but they're too unique.
Yeah.
So
You know,
Filmium was it like a super band?
Yes, it was a super group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isles and Glaciers was a super group between Chiodos, Emarosa, and
Pierce
Pierce the Veil.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I think-
and it
was
wasn't.
that-
It wasn't even really everybody. It was just mainly the vocalists.
Yeah.
I think it was mainly.
I don't know who the
That's too
instrumentalists
much,
were though.
Yeah, I
it was
would agree.
Mainly Chiodos and like maybe a guitar player or two from the other group.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was just like let's throw all 3 heartthrob vocalists together.
Yeah.
Oof.
And it was fun at the time.
Yeah.
For some people, I knew that. I was like,
Yeah,
Back then,
dude.
you know, what's the Chiodos? What's his name? The vocalist.
Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot. I'm not gonna remember now.
Oh, it's like on the
I just saw him in the fucking video on the internet too. And he sounds good today. Still.
Anthony
Oh,
Green.
he's great.
Yeah, it's
he's amazing
Yeah.
now. Like he's
it's not Anthony Green. That's
no, not Anthony Green.
Sam.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but we
Sorry,
all know. We all know.
Sorry, bro. We're
If you know,
totally
you know.
disrespecting heavy right
Google
now.
it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Google it.
No, let me do it right now.
Yeah, right.
What
we
are-
have technology. My technology's up
No.
there.
What are the popular bands making re-emergence we make fun of now? Who we got? Who we got? Let's see.
We did say that we would get canceled by the end of the show. So
Have you guys heard Taking Back Sunday Live? Holy shit.
Oh, that is one. Like,
That's-
like we do that cover and we put it on YouTube and stuff, and been getting a lot of praise, and that's
Craig
phenomenal.
Owens.
There you
Craig
go.
Owens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but yeah, getting a lot of praise from that, and then some people started saying, "Oh, you guys are better than they are," and we're like, "Oh, whatever. No, we're not." Like, no, seriously, have you heard them play it live now? And so we started looking into it, and it's like, "What everything you get?" And he's like, "Haven't that?" And I'm just like, man, it looks like a lounge version of Taking Back Sunday doing an impression of themselves.
Yeah.
It's really sad. So
The
Never meet
band
your
sounds
heroes,
great.
bro.
Yeah.
Never meet your heroes.
oh right, yeah, like that. So Taking Back Sunday, we're canceled by them too.
Yeah.
Shooting ourselves in the foot.
Right. Oh,
I've got a hot take.
yeah, hit me.
Polyphia.
Oh,
Huh?
Oh, really?
Amazing musicians, man.
yeah.
They have not been good since their first EP.
Oh
Ooh,
shoot.
that is a hot take. That is a hot take.
Oh shoot.
They
Man,
did
Brennan-
like really
new-
cool, like
Brennan-
progressive
Brennan's
death metal, like
gotta listen to more.
prog stuff.
I
Their
like,
first album that they did, where they went like cool jammy solo, that was cool. But everything since that,
so
it's
I think-
wankery, bro.
I think
Yeah.
New Levels, New Devils is like my last album I really liked.
For sure.
That one still had like, it got a little more, it had some heavy moments still. It wasn't as much in that vein, but they still carried some of that on there. That song Nasty with Jason Richardson, that riff is just
Yeah.
solid gold, dude. I fucking love that
Yeah,
riff.
yeah.
But I do enjoy the later stuff, and I know they're trying to like appeal to a wider audience, including like the trap beats and stuff like that. I get where they're coming from. Tim Henson fucking shreds. He's a great player.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but you're not. Case would share that sentiment with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the king of hot takes.
Oh man. Yeah.
He's like, you know what band sucks? Say anything. I've never
Do you know what
liked
this
them.
guy did one time?
What? Did you really say about saying
He
anything?
said that. He
no.
said that. He's like, that dude's crazy. It's like, yeah, he's a musician. What do you want?
Yeah.
He is crazy, though.
You know what this
yeah.
guy did? Do you listen to the Callous Cowboys at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
I
Yeah.
love that band, dude. And their album Celebrity Therapist came out. I obsessed over it. And it was like,
Yeah.
a few months. I was talking about
Right.
every day at band practice. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you guys gotta listen. This is fucking great.
Like,
We're gonna
yeah.
talk shit on
do
it
it.
every time. Months go by, he shows up to practice like, hey guys, you listen to that new Callous Cowboys, bro? This shit is fucking so fucking good. I was like, bro, I'm about to fucking snap right now, dude. I've been fucking raving about this shit and getting nothing but flack out of you this whole time. And it just made fucking my head
That's
explode.
just
I was
so
like, what?
funny.
What? No.
That's so funny.
Don't fuck with me.
He's a hater.
Yeah.
He's
For
kind of a
sure.
hater.
I'm a
Yeah.
hater too.
Yeah.
I feel that big time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, for sure. I'm not saying that they're not good musicians, and they have killer riffs, dude.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
Yeah.
half of the time, I'm just like, okay,
I feel though,
all right, man.
I get that feeling with a lot of shreddy stuff where it gets to be, and they are mostly instrumental bands, so they have to do that.
Yeah.
They
Use
have
attention.
to.
Yeah.
I get that. I get what they're doing. I get that. But I get a little like burnt out on just shreddy shit.
Yeah.
Just take a shredding.
Right.
It's like, cool, dude. You're great, but you write a really good song around it. Kind
Well,
of get
right.
some words or make
Yeah.
me feel something.
Let me get a melody, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get a hook.
A hook. Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get
I
a
feel
hook.
that.
That's why I'm kind of sad that Chon. Do you guys listen to Chon?
I
Yeah.
fucking love that.
Yeah.
They're coming back, bro.
Are they
No.
Oh, yes, they are. Dead serious. It was on the internet. Some dude was talking to fucking Mario. Was talking to Mario.
Breaking news.
And said,
This just in.
he was talking to
Breaking
Mario
news.
and said
You
he's heard new Chon and it's coming and it's fucking great. I was learning how to play a Sleepy Tea last night, or fucking trying to. It's
Yeah.
incredibly difficult, but I want to learn to play a Chon song. I love
Yeah.
that band.
Yeah.
Beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
If we get a new Chon album, it's going to make the year so much better.
oh my
It's going to be
god.
good. Yeah, I love that band. They're good.
Yeah.
That's my favorite kind of shreddy shit. It's more in that vein.
Yeah.
The math rock, fucking
Yeah.
Yvette Young, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I like. like that stuff a
Yeah.
lot.
You know, it's funny when I was doing this in Uber up in Denver, I would like just play Chan like quietly in the back.
Yeah.
I'm like probably at least a quarter of the people that would get like, are you playing Chan right now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Get
sir.
together.
They dropped off so hard that their Spotify, you know, you have like the videos on Spotify.
Yeah.
It still talks about a tour with Between the Bear to Me. And I went and listened to it the other day and I saw their little video and I was like, fuck, did I miss something? But it's from like 2016 or something. Like,
No.
way back. They haven't even updated their Spotify. I was like, it's like, I'm touring Between the Bear to Me. Like, no fucking way.
What was the last thing they did? It was like in 2018, wasn't it?
I think it was with Homie and stuff on it.
Yeah.
That album, I think it might have been 2018. Yeah, I love that band. Them and Delta Sleep. That's like one of my favorite fucking
Dude,
bands.
I barely started getting.
I was late to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That album, Spring Island, front to back, is fucking flawless. That's a 10 out of 10 album.
Yeah.
It is brilliant. The way
Nice.
they do the math rock stuff, but it's all got like a strong pulse.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can still groove to it a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's
So
still
good.
simple enough where it's like, yeah, very, very songwriting. Very, yeah, dude, it's great.
Yeah. They blend that like complexity with some songwriting elements that is it's just so tasteful.
Yeah.
I like they do remixes of their own songs too. They have the song Forest Fire. It's one of my favorite songs of theirs. Last year they did a new version of it. The original song was like more slowed out, kind of vibey. And the new version is like more upbeat and
Yeah.
different, you know, completely different take on it. I was like, you guys are great. I love everything you
Hell
everything
yeah.
you touch is
Yeah.
fucking gold. Keep
Yeah.
doing it. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
They were here last year. I wasn't able to go see them. I was bummed because they're in the UK,
Dang,
so they're
yeah.
here all the time. I was
Oh,
like,
shoot.
fuck.
It was like catching Loathe.
I saw
Those
them
guys are good.
Under Oath last time they were here.
When was
2022.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
I was there too.
I was in the pit during Loathe, and somebody checked me in the ribs harder than I think I've ever been hit in my entire fucking life, dude. Like, healed me over.
Cool.
It was so bad. Like, a week later, I went to the doctor because I thought he broke my fucking ribs. Like, you hurt to breathe and shit.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, no, they're not broken. They are severely fucking bruised.
Yeah.
It's going to feel the same, and it's going to take weeks.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm just pissed. I'm like, this motherfucker fucking ruined the show,
Oh,
dude. Fucking
Dude.
took me out.
It just makes me think of the origami summer show.
Yeah.
That the little guy. It was they like it's little people that we're supposed to call him, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was he
I
even
still
a
say the
little?
M word.
Yeah,
I'm
he was.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird to be.
Well, no, you're not supposed to call them midgets.
I know.
You're supposed to call them little people.
I know. But what sounds more offensive to you?
That's a good point.
Yo, seriously,
I don't know.
Either little person.
Yeah. Sounds more
Hey there, little guy.
condescending.
I think that's a little less offensive than midget.
Like we used to always say midget, and I don't know. Like this nouveau era, I can't keep up. Like
yo, it's real funny though. It's come full circle around
Yeah.
in so many places. Like
yeah,
the most recent one is like left people are calling black people or like Indians. They're calling them people of color. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that sounds so
Color,
much
that's-
worse.
yeah.
that
Like, you're
is-
just saying
like-
colored people. You're saying colored
adding a
people
little
again.
extra. That's
Hey,
all
you
you're doing.
colored, sit on down
Like,
over there.
yeah,
Like,
like,
oh my god, I
people
go,
are like,
what's happening?
People at work have been like freaking out at me because I'll be like, so I've got this one friend, he's black by the way, and they're like, oh, he's black, huh? And I'm like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, like what else do you expect me to say?
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm just saying what's up. Like,
I mean, you could be from Africa and white, right?
Technically, I mean, South Africa, yeah.
yeah,
Well, what would you
can
call
be.
yourself? Like,
I mean, if you're skin
South
color,
African American.
I'm
Like
just,
what would Elon Musk be?
he's South African.
You're about to
He's
do
an
that real
African
hot takes in a
American.
second.
Let's blow up this video right now.
I got some words for fucking
And
Elon
canceled.
Musk. We can take that. We can do that on a different podcast because I got plenty to fucking say about
Yeah, we
that.
got some
Buddy.
words about that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
We'll get that on a non-music one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's let this one
No,
not
no,
be
no, real
canceled.
quick.
It's gonna get real radical, real fucking quick.
No, just real quick though, real quick. Video game lying?
oh
Really?
yeah.
What do you mean?
Elon
Oh,
Musk
I know.
video
dude.
game
On
lying?
Path of Exile.
Oh yeah.
I played Path of Exile, and he was saying, I was like, this motherfucker has no idea what he's doing.
Dang.
He's paying some dickhead to do this for him.
Like that's
You guys lost me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
no.
do video games.
Just
So
real quick.
Remember,
Yeah.
Sean just sits there and is like, man, Brennan playing music over here.
The guitar.
Being
Elon
productive.
Musk tried to claim that he was like a top player in the world
Oh.
of Path of Exile 2.
Oh, that's
And that's like
That's
World of
bragging rights,
Warcraft,
kind
but
of.
like times 2. Like the amount of grinding you have to do is
Oh,
insane.
okay.
And then he tried to live stream it, and everyone was like, "You've
Motherfucker's
never touched
lying.
this thing, dude."
He
Yeah.
had no idea what he was doing.
But like
He's like
the
panicking
idea
and
That's
shit,
so
like,
stupid.
oh,
Why
I
did
don't
you do
know.
that?
How old is Elon Musk?
Dude, that's
Just the
he's
just
like
the
50
idea
He's like 56
of
years
a
old.
56-year-old man trying to video game lie to us like, yeah, bro, I beat Halo on Mastery on Legendary with all Halo skulls on. No, you didn't. You don't have to lie to us about this.
Yeah.
I don't think you're cool. You're 56.
Right.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He was one of those kids that had to
53.
lie to his friends.
53? Yeah.
53, yeah.
Had to lie to his
No, he was
friends.
one of those.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that real quick. Yeah,
That's
we should
funny.
get that later.
I've thought Elon
I
was a
think
tool
that's
long
funny.
before all the other stuff going on now. Like,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the hero worship around him was always really weird to me. It was like, he's hiring people to make this stuff. He's not a fucking genius,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
He's hiring people to build this shit. He doesn't have a single patent in his fucking name, bro. I don't know what to tell you. But, you know, here we are. So,
Jeez.
yeah.
Let's.
We can go on.
We'll bring you back. We'll bring you back.
Oh, we can. I got one to say.
Yeah, it's getting close to hour 45. Let's do some
Yeah.
let's do some blast stuff. So I got my hoodie right there. I got a good one right there. Josh, go ahead and slip that on since you're shorter than me. You'll be able to see
Hoodies too, bro.
you'll be able to see the full thing.
Oh.
Hey.
It's all right.
How do you put this
No
on?
pressure. No pressure.
So we got a full zip up hoodie.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
heavy duty. Says write himself with Donovan and Lindsay podcast on the back. Go ahead and
That's
turn around,
rad.
Joshua.
That's so
We got
rad.
the heart with the microphone right there.
What?
Full on zip up, 2 pockets on the sides.
That's badass.
Leg go.
I like.
yeah.
I'm a sucker for zip up hoodies.
Yeah.
Dude,
And a lot of
Same.
bands haven't been making zip up hoodies lately. And I gotta look for merch.
Oh
That's,
shoot, guys, that's so
So
rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that looks nice.
And then we got the random stuff with Donovan and Lindsay hats over there.
Oh, hats,
Yeah.
dude.
Put them on.
Oh shoot.
This is the prototype. I did make the text of the random stuff with Donovan and Lindsay podcast text bigger.
Oh, okay.
honestly,
okay, I could see.
You guys can keep those.
Oh what?
Go ahead. You got the first prototypes
Oh,
right there.
no way.
Yeah.
No way. Thank you guys. This is so freaking
You guys
rad.
are like the first guests.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Thanks for having us, man.
I count
Yeah,
Simon, but
it's
like
been fun.
he's been around. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fun.
Sweet.
We were stoked to come.
Yeah.
come do it.
Yeah.
That's good.
I was
Yeah.
excited.
Like you asked us to do this a million years ago.
Yeah.
And then
I think it's been actually a full year since
Yeah.
I asked. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Seems longer, man. I
Yeah.
don't know what
But it
happening
was
with time.
me because I wasn't at the time. I really wasn't ready to like actually full on get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm just
I mean,
like-
we totally would have did
Yeah.
it too. Obviously, but
You got any guests coming up?
Oh yeah, I've got plans.
You got it booked out?
Yeah, I've got
Oh,
plans.
sweet.
Yeah,
Good deal.
I got schedules.
sweet, man. Sweet.
If you need anybody, we know some people would be probably down to talk to you too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
send me
Yeah.
some ideas.
I mean, like honestly, I'm looking for crew too because no one's behind the cameras and all
Right.
that.
Oh,
yeah.
And I got to do all
Sweet.
this myself too. So it'd be nice to have somebody like
yeah, monitor some of it.
yeah.
Or to answer the questions like, how old is Elon Musk? And
Right,
stuff like
yeah.
that. The
Yeah,
producer
exactly.
questions. Yeah.
Hey, can you Google that?
Yeah.
I'll
be
just be
on it.
quicker on that. My bad. Yeah.
I listen to some podcasts myself, and a friend of mine, he had been talking about it for a long time, so I'm like a political one. I haven't gotten around to it, but eventually it's going to.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys are into that. We can all fucking sit there and bitch and moan, rant
Yeah.
and rave on there and toss ideas around.
We could try. We'll see.
Burn the
Yeah,
world
that
down
sounds like fun.
together.
That's always feels like the Wild Wild West and it gets way more volatile, way quicker,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, let's
Right.
see how it goes.
I
We'll
think
see.
everyone's
Right.
liking the Wild Wild West stuff right now. Though. I think everyone likes the hot takes.
Yeah.
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 I think some things have. I'm all for respecting people and doing, where they're at and stuff. But there's always like a group of people take things too far, and it gets a little wonky and weird.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey man, you're not helping the cause you think you're helping by being that abrasive about it.
Right. That's like the do you watch the or heard of the Whatever podcast?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
some of-
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I would be fucking doom scrolling. I was like, this is just bullshit. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's like, what is this? What are they just talking about? Nonsense.
Yeah, like I was at first. Yeah, I was just seeing the clips on YouTube because they would just pop up.
Yeah.
and then I started watching full episodes. I'm like, man, some of these chicks are just like, they are not in this world. Like,
Yeah.
It was like mostly that dude like calling me like,
Yeah.
what the fuck what is this?
Yeah.
This is unhinged,
like
man.
some of these chicks are just. I'm like, what is what?
Yeah.
Like what?
Ugh.
Yeah.
You sure are pretty.
Yeah. Influencers definitely live in their own world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like doing this podcast, I guess it wouldn't really be the influencer life. I'm just doing this for fun.
Of course.
I'm spending money for fun.
Right. Yeah, it's like being in a band or something, you know?
Yeah, like if it picks up and like people actually start like watching and I get paid for it, like since I've been doing this since 2021 or 22, I've made $3.
Yeah.
Streams.
It's a good. There's a lot of talent around Colorado.
Yeah.
This is a good place if you're going to have a podcast about music and talk to musicians and people.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're going to do other people other than musicians, but
Right.
Yeah.
there's so many fucking talented people in Colorado right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab as much as I can this time. Like now that I'm like actually like
I know people probably say everybody says about their scene and shit.
Yeah.
But there is a lot in every genre here.
There's a lot
just fucking crushing it, making tons of good art.
Right,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's really cool. It's really cool to see and be a part of. And having a podcast, you can help that make it bigger. You know what I mean? Connect people more, and it's good.
Right.
It's a good time to have it.
Is that just like a notification?
Yeah.
I used to have
He's
one.
rocking out to
There's
that.
like this just like jazz riff that plays on mine.
Yeah, it's some stupid shit out of
Brennan
record.
breaks it down.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will be having a lot of like just like, random people like our friends or just like I'll be looking for like artists and stuff like that. Like you guys, like like I'll have a lot of local bands on, so it'll be fun.
Awesome.
It'll be fun.
My friend Ian and Ira Knox, listen to those dudes. If he's ever in town, you should interview them, dude. They're great. It's my friend Ian, Rick Ash. He was one of the original guitar players in Suicide Silence. They're like a deathcore, death metal band.
Okay.
They're fucking crushing it. They sound fucking great. Dude.
Yeah.
They're killing it. I think they're signed up with Brayburn Records right now in Denver. They kind of popped back up. I think they were a thing in like the 90s, maybe. I could be wrong.
Okay.
They're kind of back up and running, and they're pulling a lot of really cool bands into the wings, like Suicide Cages. I don't know if you guys fuck with them. They're fucking killer. They've got a kind of a cool roster going right now.
All right, let's do some like quick cards. Let's just pull them out.
All right. Cool.
Cards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want to grab the first one?
Yeah, let me grab one here.
Yeah.
Let's see what's on the like question.
All right.
Oh. Tacos and
Ladders,
burritos.
huh?
There you go.
It's funny you said that. Who do you eat lunch with at school?
I don't go to school.
I guess who did you eat lunch with at school? Like,
A bunch of
who was your clique?
bunch of hood rat troublemaker fucking kids.
So I was a skater, so I ate lunch with the skaters. We were like the skater clique, and there was like 10 of us in a school of like 200 people in junior high. So we weren't the skaters. You were a skater.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was about the same for me as a bunch
Just
of
like marginalized group of
fucking
people.
scene kids and shit.
Yeah.
Hung out.
Yeah.
We'd take our lunch break and smoke weed in Abe's mom's garage. That's right. Hey, you remember? Every fucking day.
Still smells like weed.
Yeah, man.
It still smells.
Yeah. Nice in New York. Love you, buddy. Yeah. He will probably definitely watch this, actually.
That's funny.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that was usually our routine, was fucking spend our lunch money on weed and sit in a garage.
Yep.
And then go fucking bump fucking food off cute girls. Like, let me get your fries, dude. Please.
Dang, who's my lunch crew? I guess it was like the skater and musician crew.
Yeah.
Sometimes it would be, so we would call them the New Mexico crew. They weren't from New Mexico, but they would like, there would be a New Mexican in the group like every week. So we called them the New Mexico crew.
Hell yeah.
So every once in a while I would eat lunch with them. Like I've got no Mexican in it, but they accepted me.
Let you in the fold.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's good.
What about you, Josh?
That's good.
Actually, it was weird. I hung out with all the emo scene goth kids.
Yeah.
When I was not that.
Yeah.
Really?
I wanted to be, but I never was.
That's funny.
You definitely
You're
have the.
aspiring.
I feel like back then when you showed me that picture of you in band where you were just.
yeah. Yeah.
Our group of friends was actually really similar. It wasn't just Scene Kids. It was like a melting pot of a bunch of different
Yeah.
people that mostly were into causing a bunch of trouble. Like, hey, you're a fuck up too. Like, dude, come on over.
It was
Let's go
band
get in
kids or like Scene Kids and skater kids. But again, I never was a skater. I never was. I liked all the music. I liked the shit, but I never was part of the group.
Yeah.
So I was honestly kind of just like that white preppy friend that was in the group.
Yeah.
That they were like, hey, he's cool. And I'd come through, I'd hang out and I'd do my stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
Right.
yeah, it was fun, dude. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Have you ever texted the wrong number by accident? What did you say?
Oh.
I've actually never done that. I've never done that.
That's
Good timing, but yeah, dude, absolutely.
You bet.
It's only 9:21. It's windy out there. Yeah.
Right. I don't know if I ever have, Josh, but like, have you guys got these texts that come in and they're like, "Hey, Stephanie, you want to grab steak on Saturday? I'll see you then." Like, well, no, like, but they're trying to text you to have like a meet cute with you to like scam you or something. I don't know. Like, do you ever get those?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with those people.
Yeah.
Like I just mess with their heads. Like yeah, I'll be in town. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to this? I don't know. I make some steakhouse name of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun to just mess with people like that, or like you know, like the
Have you?
the people that call you trying to sell you shit. Like, I just like messing with people.
Yeah.
But dang.
Yeah, I actually haven't had one. Same thing with the scam texters.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it was a scam or someone was like actually like asking their grandpa if his medication was good. But for she asked about this one medication that helped with his what's it called when you feel spikes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
There's circulation, but I don't know.
But she asked about that medication, and I looked up like the worst medication that would be like the opposite of that. That would make it worse. And I was like, no, I've been taking this. And she's like, what else?
Yeah.
And then I text back, I was like, this is the wrong number.
You
Sorry.
don't take Viagra for that?
And then I blocked it. This will make the spikes go away.
That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
What are we looking at? Okay. Let's pull one more card and
All right, cool.
Sweet. Who's doing this one?
All right, we got to
think, yeah,
do.
Sean.
Oh, we already did. Have we done bigger questions? Yeah,
I
we
did
did.
one big
Okay.
Yeah, we've done them all. Do another bigger one.
All right, let's get bigger. Let's get bigger.
Viagra.
We were taking Viagra. We told them to take Viagra. Which game show do you think you'd be a great contestant on, and why? I don't know, but I've always wanted to be on The Price is Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, especially in the Bob Barker days, like I wanted to spin that giant wheel. I thought I could get $1.
Spin that
like, they're not
wheel.
doing it hard enough. That was way too soft. But
Right,
yeah,
it never looks
some
like
of the-
it's going fast enough.
right, or like the putting game, or like the yodeler game, or like the higher or lower game with the car, when you win a car. I'm like, I know how to do this. Like, I could guess the price on some of these, but yeah. What about you, Brennan?
I fucking crush Squid Games, dude.
Oh,
Crush
look out!
Yeah, absolutely.
You get after the Squid Games.
That's funny.
Just see,
Mr.
I got
Josh,
round one.
what do you think?
Clack, clack, clack.
Was it Howie Mandel? Was Howie Mandel the host for Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I would like to do that just to be very aggressive and make Howie Mandel extremely uncomfortable.
You just gotta touch him, dude. He's a
once we
germaphobe.
get into like the last 10 cases, like be like, come on, Howie, don't fuck me on this. You know, like start
Give me
getting
the money,
very,
Howie.
like,
Give me the money.
you know, getting very angry and very
Yeah.
aggressive. Where Howie's like,
so when I was a youngster, and Howie Mandel still had hair.
Yeah.
He did this thing
Wow.
where he would put a glove over his head and then he'd fill it up. And that was like his shtick. I feel like you ought to bring the glove when
Oh,
things
there
get
you
intense
go.
and just
And then yell at him. Yeah.
And he'd be like, he's using my own game against me.
I'd like to do that. What about you, Don?
Mine, I was thinking I had to look it up because I forgot the name, but Legend of the Hidden Temple on Nickelodeon.
Oh, yes.
I love that.
Yes.
That's a classic.
I was thinking about that.
Yes.
I was thinking about The Wall as my second choice.
Oh, the wall.
Jumping through the stupid shit.
The hole in the wall is
Yeah,
that was okay.
It's between that one and Ninja Warrior.
Oh, Ninja Warrior, yes.
I used to watch a lot of
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Ninja
that's
Warrior.
just-
I wanted to be, when they were here in Denver, I wanted to get on that so
what?
bad. I didn't even participate.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I
That
was
shit's hard, bro.
I was so into parkour.
Yeah.
Like, so much. Yeah.
He used to be real into parkour.
Yeah.
Really? That's
heavy,
cool.
heavy. Don used to
My
be
son
in it.
started to get the parkour.
Dang.
I might get back into it.
They have like a skateboarding Ninja Warrior now.
I saw.
Oh,
I've
that's
seen
It's
that.
so
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the parkour tag?
Oh shoot, no.
It's crazy.
Is
Oh,
it?
I do. I have seen that. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Oh shoot. I
Is
gotta
it
check that
parkour
out.
tag or is it just the super tag, like the gymnastic, the gymnasium thing?
They're like,
It's like
chasing around.
Yeah, they're
the street
chasing
and
each other
shit. Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know
What?
the name of it, but
Yes,
we'll
that's
plug
what
it
they
right
do.
here.
That's what they do in tag. What do you mean?
So like,
Where else do they where are they chasing each other around?
So
in a
it's just,
jungle
it's
gym
just
or
like
is it like a
it's
big
just
area?
like a square course, but there's walls up and stuff like that. So they're jumping over
Okay.
walls, trying to like catch each other, trying to
Oh shoot.
So it's like it's parkour.
it's like
Yeah.
hardcore
Cool.
intense.
it's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Heck yeah.
But yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well. All right. Let's. We
Right.
did it. We done
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Let's wrap.
sweet.
This is Random Stuff with Donovan and Lindsay.
Hey.
Hey, you guys, go check out that merch. It's on Josh right there. It's got the heart.
Is this going to play
Got it
tomorrow?
on their head. It's on Friday.
Friday? Okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
yeah.
Wait, next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was going to plug the show tomorrow. but-
You're right.
It's gonna be- yeah.
Oh yeah, we're
I mean-
playing March 7th. Will that be relevant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be relevant.
All right.
Yeah.
We're playing March 7th at Vultures, but now I don't remember who. Polite Heretic, 86th, and
Place for Owls.
A Place for Owls solo
solo
act.
set, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So
I haven't heard any of those. Are they local?
they're in Denver.
Denver bands mostly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the 86
I don't
is
know any
a
of those.
local kind of punk band from Woodland Park. So,
Yeah. Place for Owls is really good.
yep. So it'll
Yeah.
be a good time. Our first time back at Vultures in
We'll have
like a year. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
9
We'll have
months.
to do single out in March
Yeah.
too sometime.
I like how you guys came back to the scene. You went straight to Denver.
Dude, I like spring is cool, but I don't know. There's a lot more venues in Denver, and
Yeah.
But yeah.
just the turnout
A lot of
seems to
our
be a little better
friends
when we're
are
up
up
there
there,
too.
too.
Yeah,
usually,
there's literally
so-
only 3 main venues here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's left now? Black Sheep and Vultures.
Yeah.
Right.
And Triple Nickel, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Vultures, but like playing the same venue over and over and over again,
Yeah.
you're not doing anybody any favors. You're not doing your fans,
No.
your band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every weekend being in the same spot doesn't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Love Vultures though. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great spot. No,
Yep.
no.
Mike, Zane, those
Yeah.
are our people
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Those guys
Killer
are
dudes.
badass.
When
yeah.
you have their phone numbers, you're like, yeah.
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 Well, anyway, go check out Florissant. March 7th?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, go check them out. If I put out a clip before tomorrow, I might have this edited, but go check them out tomorrow. 22nd of February. Check out the merch. Yeah. Hats, hoodie, the shirt. I still gotta get a prototype of the shirt. But yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We out.
Everybody
Thanks
have a
for
good night.
listening, everybody. Have a good one.
Yeah.